All right, so buckle up because this deep dive is going to be a wild one. We're talking about chaos.
Yeah. And we're not talking about some spilled coffee kind of chaos. This is capital K chaos, a whole other level of reality-bending weirdness.
Okay, color me intrigued. So we're not just talking about a place that's unpredictable, but a place where the very laws of reality are, well, kind of optional.
Precisely. Imagine a realm where paradoxes aren't just possible, they're the norm. Cause and effect, out the window. Mutually exclusive events. Happens all the time.
So basically, trying to apply logic to chaos is a fool's errand.
You got it. And from this swirling mass of contradictions, these impossibilities made manifest, we get beings known as the twisted.
Twisted. Okay, that sounds ominous. We're not talking about like a pretzel, right?
Not quite. Imagine a being formed from pure paradox, constantly shifting between forms and possibilities. Unstable, unpredictable, a living embodiment of chaos. That's a twisted.
So they're not just physically twisted, but their very existence is a contradiction.
Exactly. They embody the unpredictable, ever-shifting nature of chaos. They really defy any attempt at easy definition.
It makes you wonder, how can anything exist in such a chaotic environment? Like, wouldn't it just tear itself apart?
And that's where things get even more interesting. You see, even within the heart of this chaotic soup, there's a force, a presence that binds it all together. Nixathra.
Nixathra. Now, the sources mention this being some kind of collective consciousness, right?
Think of it more like a cosmic tapestry. Every thought, every possibility, every contradiction swirling together to form this unfathomable entity.
So not individual beings, but this massive entity of pure chaotic energy.
In a way, yes. But here's where it gets really wild.
Yeah.
Within this sea of chaotic consciousness, certain patterns, certain echoes start to emerge.
And from these echoes.
The chaotic lords arise. Imagine those echoes gaining enough stability, enough focus to coalesce into distinct entities, each one embodying a specific aspect of chaos.
Okay, so that's where those ominous titles like Lord of Wars and Lord of Plagues come in, right?
Yeah.
The stuff of nightmares.
Well, the lords are very much a reflection of the realm they govern. Take Marsyas, for example, the Lord of Wars.
That one who draws power from conflict itself, right?
Exactly. Imagine a being whose very existence is tied to the clash of ideologies, the inevitable friction that arises when ambitions collide. The more likely a war, the stronger Marsyas becomes, feeding off the anticipation, the fear, the chaos of it all.
So it's not just about war itself, but the tension, the buildup to it.
Precisely. And then you have Sirona, the Lord of Plagues.
The embodiment of disease and famine. I'm sensing a theme here.
Sirona's power is a stark reminder of nature's indifference, the fragility of life itself. Where Marsyas thrives on conflict, Sirona flourishes in the wake of imbalance, feeding off the disruption of ecosystems, the spread of disease, the despair of famine.
Those two definitely wouldn't be on my dinner party guest list. But you did mention that not all the chaotic lords are about destruction. Tell me about this Revelith, the Lord of Revelations.
Ah, Revelith. Now, there's a lord whose existence hinges on a fascinating paradox.
And what would that be?
He's the Lord of Revelations, the master of secrets. Without secrets, he wouldn't exist. But if those secrets are never revealed, his power wanes.
It's like a cosmic game of truth or dare. He needs those secrets out there, but also needs to control when and how they come to light.
Exactly. And his realm, the chaotic Sibyllinum, reflects this perfectly. Imagine a realm of vast libraries and hidden vaults overflowing with secrets and forbidden knowledge. But these secrets are constantly shifting, being hidden, discovered, and re-hidden again. An endless cycle of revelation and concealment. And within this Sibyllinum, you find entities dedicated to maintaining this delicate balance, these opposing forces.
You're talking about those, what are they called, locksmiths of secrets and the hoarders of secrets. The files mention them.
Exactly. The locksmiths are driven to uncover every hidden truth, every vault unlocked, every secret exposed. But the hoarders, on the other hand, they're constantly working against that, burying those secrets deeper, adding layer upon layer of obfuscation,
So it's this constant tug of war. Almost makes you think, is the power in the knowledge itself or in the act of revealing it?
That's the paradox at the heart of Revelith's existence, right? The understanding that knowledge unexamined, knowledge unchallenged, can be just as dangerous as knowledge that's hidden away.
It's not just about the secrets themselves, then. It's the impact they have when they're brought into the light.
Precisely. And that leads us to another fascinating aspect of chaos, and this one's a bit of a head-scratcher. The concept of endings.
Because even in a realm of infinite possibilities, nothing lasts forever.
Right. Even in chaos, there's a natural order, a cycle of creation and dissolution. And this brings us to Abaddon, the Lord of Endings.
Ah, yes, Abaddon. Ruler of the terminus expanse, that desolate realm where everything eventually succumbs to decay. Kind of a chilling thought when you really think about it.
It is. Abaddon's realm, it's this stark reminder that all things, no matter how grand, how chaotic, how significant we think they might be, they all must eventually meet their end. Imagine a realm of fading stars and crumbling realities, where the very fabric of existence is slowly unraveling. That's the terminus
I
expanse.
don't know, there's a certain peacefulness to that image, isn't there?
Peaceful, maybe, but definitely not without a certain sense of melancholy. The terminus expanse, it's a place of reflection, a reminder of the impermanence of, well, everything.
And this realm, this terminus expanse, where does it fit within the grand scheme of chaos?
The sources describe it as being on the very edge, the border of chaos, right on the precipice of something even more profound, even more absolute.
You're talking about Nihilith, right? The realm of nothingness.
Yeah.
Just the name sends shivers down my spine.
Exactly. If the terminus expanse represents the unraveling of existence, then Nihilith. Nihilith is the ultimate void, the blank slate upon which all of creation is written, so to speak.
It's hard to even imagine, a place devoid of everything.
Yeah.
Even the chaotic energies that make Khaos what it is, it's unnerving.
It really challenges our understanding of reality, doesn't it? We're so used to defining ourselves, the universe, everything, by what is. So this concept of absolute nothingness, it's almost impossible to grasp.
And yet, even this ultimate void, this Nihilith, it has a ruler of its own.
It does. The Lord of Absence, the Herald of the Void, Vacuous.
Vacuous.
Huh.
I gotta say, just saying that name, it's unsettling. What can you tell me about this ruler of nothing?
Well, here's the thing about Vacuous. The sources are remarkably quiet. It's almost like trying to describe nothingness leaves them, well, speechless. We do know Vacuous is considered the most powerful of the chaotic lords.
But also the one who cares the least about what happens outside of Nihilith. Kind of strange combo, isn't it? Unimaginable power, but total indifference.
Maybe that's the point of nothingness, right? It doesn't try to control, doesn't interfere. It just is. Like it's the canvas, but it doesn't care about what gets painted on it.
That's one way to think about it, I guess. It's just, we tend to see things in opposites. Order, chaos, creation, destruction. But Chaos, especially this Vacuous, it doesn't seem to play by those rules.
That's the thing about chaos. It's not just the opposite of order. It's a force all its own. Infinite potential, endless possibilities. And even nothingness has its place in all of that.
Makes you realize just how little we understand, doesn't it? We try to put things in boxes, but Chaos just throws the whole box away.
It's humbling, for sure. It forces us to confront the limits of how we see things, how we understand the universe. The more we learn, the more we realize how much is out there that we don't know.
Well said. And on that note, this deep dive into Chaos has certainly been a journey. We've covered a lot of ground, from the swirling chaos of Nixathra to the desolate emptiness of Nihilith. Met some lords along the way. Lords of war, plague, even secrets. What have we learned?
We've learned that chaos isn't always about destruction or disorder. It can be about potential, the possibilities that come when you throw out the rule book. And maybe, just maybe, understanding chaos can help us understand ourselves and the universe a bit better.
Maybe chaos isn't the opposite of order. Maybe it's a necessary part of it, something that drives change, pushes things forward, reminds us that even in the face of nothingness, there's always more to discover, something to think about.
Right. Absolutely. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and don't be afraid of what you might find.